Every night as the world grows quiet, countless people lie awake. Not because of worries, not because of noise, but because of a sharp, twisting pain in their leg that jerks them out of sleep. A muscle tightening, a sudden jolt, a silent cry. It's a cramp. And if you're over 50, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. You stretch, you rub, you try to walk it off in the dark. But by then, the damage is done. Sleep is broken. Rest is stolen. You're not alone. In fact, nighttime leg cramps affect nearly 1 in 3 adults over the age of 60, and yet the solution could be as simple as what you drink before bed. Yes, tonight we're going to explore 3 natural, soothing drinks that do more than just help you fall asleep. They nourish your nerves, they ease your muscles, they calm your heart, and most importantly, they may help keep those painful leg cramps away, for good, because true rest doesn't just come from lying still. It comes from feeling safe inside your own body. Here are the top 3 nighttime drinks to help you sleep better and prevent leg cramps. Part 1. The Banana Cinnamon Sleep Smoothie, a simple night ritual. To end leg cramps, there's a kind of healing that begins with ritual, not with loud declarations, not with grand gestures, but with a quiet return to something natural, something warm, something kind. Tonight, that healing begins with a banana. You've probably eaten hundreds in your life, sliced them onto cereal, packed them for your children, forgotten 1 or 2 until they turned dark on the counter. But what if I told you that in your later years this common fruit could become an uncommon remedy? Let's begin not with the taste, but with the science. The muscle-soothing power of potassium and magnesium. Every time you walk, rise from a chair, or curl your toes beneath the blanket, your muscles rely on a delicate balance of minerals. Among them, 2 are absolutely essential: potassium and magnesium. Without enough potassium, your muscles don't relax. They lock up. Without magnesium, your nerves misfire, sending mixed signals, making your legs twitch, or worse, cramp. And the strange truth is, even if you eat healthy, you might still be low on both. Why? Because as we age, the body's ability to absorb these minerals declines. Medications like diuretics or blood pressure pills can flush them out. Stress burns them, and processed food, no matter how filling, doesn't replace them. That's why a banana isn't just a snack anymore. It's a form of nourishment your muscles understand. 1 medium banana has around 400 milligrams of potassium and small amounts of magnesium. It's soft, gentle on the stomach, and pairs beautifully with cinnamon, which brings its own healing gifts. Why cinnamon matters more than you. Think cinnamon, that warm and familiar spice sitting in your cabinet, is often overlooked. But for those struggling with poor circulation, cold feet at night, or that pins and needles feeling after sitting too long, it may offer quiet support. Cinnamon helps improve blood flow, especially to your extremities. It also balances blood sugar, which plays a surprising role in muscle function and nighttime restlessness. Combined with the banana's mineral content, cinnamon turns a simple smoothie into a gentle relaxant, especially when served warm. And then we add almond milk. Almond milk, the unsung hero for nighttime cramps. Unsweetened almond milk isn't just a low-calorie dairy alternative. It's often fortified with magnesium and calcium, 2 key players in preventing muscle spasms. These minerals work hand in hand with potassium to keep muscles flexible and nerves soothed. Even better, warm almond milk mimics the ancient tradition of warm milk before bed, but without the digestive heaviness or lactose issues that can disturb sleep in older adults. Now, when you blend the banana, cinnamon, and almond milk together, you're not just making a drink, you're crafting a signal to your nervous system that the day is done, that it's safe to release the tension in your calves, that you are not in danger, that you are allowed to rest. How to make the banana cinnamon sleep smoothie ingredients: ripe banana, room temperature or chilled; cup, unsweetened almond milk, warm or gently heated; 2 teaspoon ground cinnamon, optional; 1 teaspoon chia seeds, rich in magnesium and fiber; 1 to 2 teaspoon raw honey for gentle sweetness; a dash of vanilla extract for comfort. Instructions: warm the almond milk slightly, not boiling, just warm to the touch. Add the banana. Cinnamon and any extras to a blender. Blend until smooth. Let it sit for 1 to 2 minutes to thicken slightly. Pour into a favorite mug. Sip slowly, preferably 30-45 minutes before bed. Why ritual heals more than just muscles? When you create a nightly habit, like making a smoothie, you're not just treating a symptom, you're retraining your brain. The act of blending, the warmth of the drink, the familiar taste, they all signal safety to your nervous system. And when the brain feels safe, it allows the body to enter deeper stages of sleep. You don't need sleeping pills. You need consistency, nutrients, and a moment of stillness at the end of the day. That's what the Banana Cinnamon Sleep Smoothie offers. Not just a recipe, but a reminder that rest is possible, that pain doesn't have to win, that even something as simple as a banana can become a key to unlocking your peace. Part 2. Warm magnesium-rich almond milk. A soothing elixir for deep sleep and calm muscles. Sometimes, healing isn't loud. It's not in the hospital. It's not in a clinic. It's in the slow motion of pouring a cup. In the quiet decision to care for yourself, even when no one is watching. That's the story of this drink. Not a trend, not a miracle cure, but a quiet companion, made from one of the most powerful, yet often forgotten minerals in your body, magnesium. Why so many wake up at 2 a.m.? The hidden story of magnesium. If you've ever woken in the middle of the night, heart racing, leg aching, mind spinning, you're not alone. For many people, over 50, sleep doesn't feel like sleep anymore. It's fragmented, fragile, full of tension. The body jerks awake. Muscles twitch. Sometimes there's pain, sometimes there's just unease, and often the silent cause is a lack of magnesium. Magnesium is not a luxury. It's a requirement for deep rest. It helps regulate more than 300 bodily processes, including muscle relaxation, nerve balance, blood pressure, and the production of melatonin, your brain's natural sleep hormone. But here's the truth most people don't hear. As you age, you're more likely to become magnesium deficient, even if you eat relatively well. Your gut absorbs it less efficiently. Medications like PPIs, statins, or diuretics quietly drain it. Stress, which accumulates with age and loss, burns through it faster than the body can replace it. The result, a body that feels wired but tired, muscles that cramp without warning, a heart that skips or races, and a sleep that just won't hold. But there's a gentle way back. Almond milk, a soft, magnesium-friendly alternative. Almond milk, especially when fortified, is a rich, plant-based source of magnesium without the heaviness of dairy. For many older adults, it's also easier to digest. No bloating, no heartburn, no congestion. What makes almond milk special at night isn't just what it gives, it's what it doesn't take away. It doesn't spike your blood sugar like juices. It doesn't stimulate you like caffeine. It doesn't trigger inflammation the way dairy sometimes can. Instead, it calms, warms, grounds, especially when served gently heated, like a bedtime tradition returning from your childhood. The supporting cast: raw honey, nutmeg, and turmeric. To this warm almond milk, we add a teaspoon of raw honey, not for sweetness but for sleep support. Raw honey helps stabilize your liver's glycogen stores, ensuring your blood sugar stays even through the night. That means fewer 3 a.m. wake-ups, fewer anxiety surges, a smoother night, and then comes nutmeg, a yummy pinch of it. This ancient spice contains natural sedative compounds that promote drowsiness and relaxation. Too much can be toxic, yes, but a tiny amount, less than 1/8 teaspoon, is safe and effective. Finally, a pinch of turmeric, an anti-inflammatory powerhouse that helps soothe joints, reduce chronic pain, and settle the nervous system. Science confirms it. Magnesium for sleep and muscle relief. Multiple studies have shown that magnesium improves sleep quality, especially in older adults, reduces nighttime leg cramps and restless leg syndrome, lowers cortisol levels, your stress hormone, helps regulate heartbeat and prevent nighttime palpitations. One study, published in the Journal of Research in Medical Sciences, found that older adults taking magnesium experienced significantly longer, deeper sleep and fewer early morning awakenings, and yet so few people think to drink it before bed. How to make warm magnesium-rich. Almond milk ingredients. Cup unsweetened almond milk, fortified if possible. Teaspoon raw honey, optional, for blood sugar support. A pinch of ground nutmeg or turmeric optional. Dash of vanilla or cinnamon for taste instructions. In a small saucepan, warm the almond milk over low heat. Do not boil. Stir in the honey and spice. Let it steep for 1 to 2 minutes. Pour into your favorite mug. Sip slowly. Ideally, 30-60 minutes before bedtime. No distractions. No phones. Just you and the warmth. More than a recipe. A return. To kindness in a world of fast pills and faster screens, it's easy to forget that the body is still ancient. It doesn't want force. It doesn't need tricks. It needs ritual, it needs minerals, and it needs to feel safe enough to rest. This drink offers all of that, through simple ingredients and slow moments. You don't need perfection. You don't need to fix everything. You just need to begin with 1 cup. Part 3, chamomile and tart cherry. Infusion, nature's gentle answer to midnight, cramping and restless sleep. There's a quiet magic in a cup of herbal tea, not the kind you gulp, not the kind that fixes everything in a moment, but the kind you meet halfway with presence, with breath, with surrender. Tonight, let me tell you about a tea that doesn't just help you sleep. It prepares you to rest, because sometimes what keeps you awake isn't just pain. It's the echo of the day, the tension in your calves, the memory of a loss, the ache that no doctor can see. This is where chamomile and tart cherry meet you, not as a cure, but as a comfort. Chamomile, the flower that tells your body, it's safe now. Chamomile has been used for thousands of years. Ancient Egyptians drank it, Roman soldiers brewed it before battle to ease tension, and grandmothers across cultures passed it down like a secret blessing. What makes chamomile special isn't just the taste, it's the compound apigenin, a natural sedative that binds to the same receptors in your brain that sleep medications target. But unlike pills, chamomile doesn't force you to sleep. It invites you. It calms the nervous system. It lowers cortisol, the stress hormone that often spikes at night, and it helps reduce inflammation, especially around sore muscles and joints. If your sleep is interrupted by cramps or nervous tension, chamomile offers the first step toward release. Tart cherry, a natural source of melatonin and muscle recovery. Now let's add something unexpected. Tart cherry, not the sweet kind in desserts, not maraschinos in sugary syrup. We're talking about Montmorency tart cherries, rich in natural melatonin, your body's internal sleep clock. Unlike synthetic melatonin supplements, tart cherry doesn't overwhelm your system. It supports your own rhythm, encouraging longer, a deeper rest. But that's not all. Tart cherries are also rich in anthocyanins, natural anti-inflammatories, potassium, for muscle relaxation, magnesium, the cramp calmer you now recognize. Together with chamomile, they create a double action. Remedy, calming the mind and relaxing the body. The science behind the SIP. Several studies have shown drinking tart cherry juice before bed can increase sleep duration by up to 90 minutes. Chamomile tea can reduce nighttime awakenings, especially in older adults. Both ingredients support muscle repair, reducing post-activity soreness and nighttime cramps. When used together, they gently mimic the body's own sleep signals, without disrupting natural processes or causing dependence. It's the kind of remedy that works with you, not against you. How to make chamomile and tart cherry infusion ingredients: bag, or 1 heaping teaspoon, of dried chamomile flowers, 4 cup-dried tart cherries, or 2 TBSP tart cherry concentrate, 5 cups hot water optional, a slice of ginger, or a teaspoon of raw honey. Instructions: boil water and pour over the chamomile and dried cherries in a pot or mug. Cover and let steep for 10-15 minutes. Strain into a cup. Add honey or ginger if desired. Drink warm, 45 to 60 minutes before bed. If using tart cherry concentrate, simply stir it into brewed chamomile tea after steeping. Why this works and why timing matters. Drinking this tea isn't just about the ingredients. It's about slowing down before the sleep arrives. You see, your body can't rest if it still thinks it's in a fight. A fight against pain. A fight against memory. A fight against time. Chamomile and tart cherry don't erase the day, but they soften the edges. They tell your muscles, you've done enough, let go. They tell your heart, you are safe now. They tell your spirit, you deserve peace too. A cup of grace at the end of the day. This tea isn't a cure, it won't fix everything, but it might give you your nights back. No more sudden cramps, no more waking in panic, no more lying awake, wondering what's wrong. Just warmth, stillness, and sleep that arrives like a gentle tide. Closing. One cup at a time. The gentle path. Back to sleep, strength, and self-care. There are seasons in life when healing no longer looks like medicine. It looks like rhythm, like small rituals at the end of a long day, like caring for yourself in ways no one else sees, but your body remembers. Because sleep, true sleep, is not about closing your eyes. It's about feeling safe enough to rest. And for many in midlife or later, that safety has become harder to find. Leg cramps at 2 a.m. The one. Twitch of a calf before midnight. The slow dread of knowing it will happen again. But you're not powerless. Your body isn't broken, it's just calling for something gentle. The 3 cups that help you sleep without pain. So, here's what we've learned. Banana cinnamon tea, a potassium-rich, magnesium-soothing elixir that calms nerves and muscles. Warm almond milk with honey and nutmeg, a magnesium-rich bedtime ritual that supports muscle relaxation and deeper sleep cycles. Chamomile and tart, cherry infusion, a dual-action herbal tea that softens both the body and the mind, gently lengthening sleep and easing tension. None of these are miracles, but each one is a form of kindness, and in that kindness healing begins. More than drinks, they are messages to your body. Each time you make one of these, you're telling your body, I'm listening now. I'm slowing down. I know what you've carried all day, and tonight, I choose peace. You're telling your heart, you can let go of being strong for everyone else. You're telling your muscles, you don't have to fight tonight. And you're telling your younger self, the one still living inside, I still care for you. A final thought, from one sleepless soul to another. When I was young, I could sleep on the floor. Now even with a soft bed, I wake up in pain. But these days it's different. Not because the pain is gone, but because I finally know how to meet it. One warm cup at a time. Tonight, you don't need to fix everything. You don't need perfect sleep. You don't need every cramp to stop at once. You just need to start with one small act of care. Maybe tonight it's banana tea, maybe almond milk with nutmeg, maybe a gentle cherry chamomile blend. Whatever you choose, choose it with love. Because healing, real healing, always begins with attention. And you, dear friend, are worthy of that attention. Every night. No matter your age, no matter your aches, no matter how long it's been since you felt truly rested. If you found this video helpful, share it with someone you love. A spouse, a parent, a friend who hasn't slept well in years. Let them know they don't have to suffer in silence. They don't have to rely on pills alone. There is still a path back to peaceful sleep. One warm cup at a time.